There's a lot of people in the GOP who I think are having a break with reality. In other words, no matter what the facts are, they just want to dissociate themselves from any of the facts. And when politics becomes a thirst for power, Don, for anybody or all these people, thirst for power, I hate to say this. I've thought about whether I should say it, but that's what unravels a country. You know, when people support violence, when they won't accept the result of an election, when I see Republican leaders looking the other way or trying to make excuses, it's a thirst for power on their behalf. And for the public, they're just living in, I mean, it's almost cult-like for some of the people out there in the public.
We know the conditions that lead up to things like this, and the Republican Party walks straight into it. One of the things that a lot of Republican lawmakers do and use to their advantage is just January 6th. They use the insurrection and they use the big lie as kind of that pivotal point of like, this is where Republican voters and this is where the growing fringe right-wing base is caught up on. But remember the Rush Limbaughs, the Bill O'Reillys, you know, the growing right-wing echo chambers that have been around forever.
When they lose, and I think they will lose this fall, they're going to suddenly face this realization, who has the drive, the energy, the charisma to get us back to a majority? And I think that's going to be a very different question than if they had a big majority and they were just picking somebody to sustain the majority.
Chris, I'm worried that if Republicans win in the midterm elections, that voting as we know it in this country will be gone. They're already putting as many barriers to the ballot box as possible in Arizona, Florida, Texas, Georgia. And on the other side of the finish line, they're putting in place processes where they could reverse the outcome, even if we crawl through glass and run through the fire to get to the ballot box. And so if they are able to win the House, the damage they could do, to permanently make it difficult to vote and just alter the way that we participate in a democratic process could be irreversible.
As the Republicans take the House, you can bet every last dollar you got that they're going to continue to double down on voter suppression laws. They're going to continue to make it even more difficult to vote. They're going to continue to make it more possible to go back and change votes and unqualify and disqualify people from the voter rolls, to make it so that they can obstruct and say, this doesn't count because X, Y, and Z, because we have people in these positions too, because they know overwhelmingly that their agenda simply isn't popular. Their agenda of deregulation of everything and cutting taxes for the wealthiest among us and only being able to do that and nothing else whatsoever. You know, the notion of like, we got to get rid of the EPA and let's get rid of the education department. You know, that same old song they've been singing for over 4 decades now. Ain't nobody buying it. Nobody wants that.